afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for this Key to the City ceremony as we honor Hagerstown native Dennis Scott. I know many of you were at the Boys and Girls Club, so we're very excited to be indoors in air conditioning. So we just want to give a shout out to the Hagerstown Fieldhouse for allowing us to host this here today. So thank you. And without further ado, I would like to invite up Councilmember Erica Bell. This is kind of she spearheaded this. So everyone give it up for Councilmember Erica Bell.
Thank you so much. This is more than an honor. But first I want to start off by saying, who here had an Orlando Magic starter jacket? Who here was a Georgia Tech diehard basketball fan? Right? Let's take it a little further back. Who here has Wheaton Park written all over them? Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing, who was a club kid? Yep. So I think the majority of us were at the Boys and Girls Club for the Wheaton Park, and that was an honor as well. I know being a club kid runs through, if you're from Hagerstown, it runs through so many of our veins. So it was good to see that building got its well-deserved redesign. It looks absolutely amazing. Yes, thank you. So raise your hand if you know good things come from Hagerstown, right? Everybody should have their hand up. This is good ground, as our former mayor, Takesha Martinez, reminds us so many times, Hagerstown is good ground. But without further ado, because I'm going to come back up and say what I would like to say, I'm going to welcome up one of our speakers, Michelle King.
Good afternoon. And as she said, I'm Michelle, and some of you know Michelle. And Den, well, you guys know him as Dennis, but he'll always be Den to me. We go way back. Actually, our mothers are really good friends. So, I mean, way back. Back to when we lived in Townhouse Manor, which is now the Bradford. But we lived out there when they were just building, the apartments were just starting to get built. So there was a lot of construction going on. So that means it was a lot of dirt, a lot of mountains, like hills and just a lot of dirt and everything, just construction and everything going on. So back then, me, my brother, my sister, Den, we used to go hiking and climb the hills. What we really did was we used to climb the hills, climb the mountains, and we would see who could get to the top. And it was called King of the Mountain. So Den, he was like 8 or 9 then. And he stood about 6 feet tall, wore about a 13 men's shoe back then. And he was like real long and just tall. So when he would make it to the top, he would stand there and say, "I'm the king of the mountain. I'm the king of the mountain." So I say that to say this. No matter what had ever happened, then you never stopped climbing those mountains. You always kept the faith, and you always believed in yourself. Your hard work and dedication, or should I say actually determination, led you to this moment. And no matter how high you climbed, you never forgot where you came from. And representation matters. And you always represented Hagerstown, so we thank you. And as Takesha would say, Hagerstown really is good ground. So congratulations again on receiving the key to the city. And I guess you can say, you're still the king of the mountain.
Thank you, Shell. So we're going to keep it moving. Next up is, to so many people, they know Pooter, but Dwayne Smith, please.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, I don't usually do this, right? But for my partner here, man, I was willing to stand up and give a little thing for my man. We gather here to honor my partner here, with the key to the city. It's an honor for me to stand here, and introduce him. This is a lifelong friend. We grew up together, long time. I remember him coming back to St. James, playing in this little gym. And this is because he used to come back in the summertime, right? And when Dennis was here, it was funny, right? We would go out and the Crumpies, walk out through the alleys, every alley, all the way back to Crumpies, right? But them donuts never made it back. They never made it back. But when I heard he was doing this, when we was presenting the key to him, I was like, I gotta be there. And I live in Houston, so I definitely had to pull up for him. I think when he came back to St. James, I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I was like, man. And this dude was shooting jumpers. This is before he was shooting jumpers behind out when you come in. In this little gym. And I mean, the gym was so small, we was sitting there and his feet was like right there. We could literally hit him. When he going back down to the court, we smack him on the butt. Good shot, baby. But again, this is a partner of mine, lifelong friend. Love him. You deserve it, bro. Like I told you, man, we're going to give you your flowers now. But I want to thank everyone that's here also, and you take care. And I'll see you after this, bro. Peace.
So we are trying to get him to stay a little longer to throw out the first pitch at the Flying Boxcars game. But I know he has so much to do. But we're waiting. So next I'm going to have come up our former mayor, Takesha Martinez. Wow, good afternoon, Hagerstown. Welcome home. Welcome home. I would try to do this without being emotional. I made it through 4 years of office without writing anything down and winging it, and I did not want to wing it for you. And so, what a powerful divine moment we are standing in today. We are here not only to honor a legend, but to recognize what's possible when God's timing, hard work, and a united community come together. Mr. Dennis Scott, today we give you the key to the city. But truth be told, you've always held the keys in your heart of this community. From the same streets I walked to the same Boys and Girls Club we grew up in, you showed us how to turn hope into purpose and purpose into legacy. And now, look what God's done this morning. We cut the ribbon of a brand new Boys and Girls Club, a place built for the next generation to rise up just like we did. The club poured into us, and now we pour back into it. Full circle, and that's not a coincidence. That's a divine alignment. We're also standing in the brand new field house where the spirit of greatness lives on. From Willie Mays to Dennis Scott. For those of you guys that don't know, we're standing on the property of the Old Sun Stadium where the African Negro League played here. So again, where the spirit of greatness lives, from Willie Mays to Dennis Scott. As a councilwoman, I voted for this vision. As a mayor, I signed the plans and helped bring it to life with my colleagues. And as a woman of faith, I know it wasn't just us, it was God working through us. This is what happened when the gatekeepers of the community, leaders, mentors, parents, believers, rise up together. We protect, we guide, and we build. Now, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Dennis,
You remind us of that greatness isn't just measured in points scored, even though your average, your total career points was 8,094 with an average of 12 points per game. Assists lifetime, 1,296 with average of 2 assists per game. Rebounds, 1,774 with, I know, I was a basketball fan, only because somebody that was local, and played on it. And so, yeah, I did have the starter jacket and all that. I haven't watched it since. But when you know that there's a name that you know and they look like you and they grew up in the community and their family's still here, you follow that. I looked at Wikipedia and I danced so much when I seen that you were from Hagerstown, Maryland. It's important. So with the rebounds, but you've also touched lives. You remained humble, accessible, and faithful as I've followed you through your career. That's why this key to the city isn't just a symbol, it's a thank you for opening doors and for always remembering home. Welcome back. Welcome home. Hagerstown honors you, and God gets the glory.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So I also want to say this. This Scott name is powerful, right? The Scott Strong, that's my name. And you know, my mom, she's proud of that name. My aunts are here, my mom is here, and now to see you here, I'm so honored to have met your wife and your kids in person. I feel like I've watched them grow up on social media, but I told your son, like, you are taller than the pictures of, wow. So it means a lot to stand in front of you and in front of the community that has cherished you. So next up we have Scott Strong, Kenyatta Mason.
3D. How you been, sir? Welcome home. Amen. Amen. So I want to start my talk off with his generosity. It was about 1994. I was playing college basketball, and we were in town in Orlando. I don't know how I got his number, but I had his number. I gave him a call, and he came by the hotel. The rest of the team was like, "Whoa, you weren't lying." I was like, "No, I'm not. My cousin is nice." And so he came by. He signed autographs. He hung out with the squad for a little bit. And then I disappeared for like a day and a half. And they didn't know if I was going to make the plane back. Do you remember? Yes, I do. Okay, man. But I had a great time. And he said, if you're not busy, come on back down this summer and hang out. I was like, okay, sure. I mean, it's a millionaire, basketball player. Why not? So I come down, and he took me places, showed me things that I never would have done on my own. I met rappers, presidents of companies, movie stars, other NBA players. And I was so in awe that I wasn't savvy enough to take advantage of any of that and network. So that's the only thing I wish I'd have did better. But I really appreciated it, and I'm forever grateful for it. And then next I want to talk about his journey through my eyes. Robert Johnson Center, swimming, Wheaton Park, basketball, North Street, basketball, Flint Hill, basketball, Georgia Tech, basketball, NBA superstar. I kid you not, in '94, like that team was like a rock band, and every player on the starting five was like a superstar. I kid you not. I remember him leaving, and what I quoted, the Batmobile. It was a black Ford Explorer, and it had a Ferrari kit on it, and it was so tricked out. I was like, what is that? So fast forward, basketball is over. And I remember him trying out for ESPN. Did not make the cut. And I was like, Fast forward some more, and I'm watching NBA TV, and I see him, and I said, he's back. He's back. So then he started getting his own segments, and then I saw him on the sideline of a TNT game. And I don't know if y'all know what I know about him, but the guy got swag, super swag. Super swag. Like, I thought I had swag until I went to stay with him, and I was like, it's over. It's over. So at that point, I was like, man, he's back. Drop the mic. So the journey, I've watched the journey. I've looked at it probably from different perspectives than other people, but I'm glad that you keep riding that wave. No matter what is thrown at you, you keep riding that wave, and you keep getting up, and you keep moving forward, and that's what I love about you. So congratulations, cousin. I appreciate you, and I know your grandmother and your father would be very proud of you at this moment. Love you.
Where's Brittany? Because she told me don't be long, so I'm going to try to hurry up. From blacktop dreams at Wheaton Park to national screens. Dennis, your journey has been nothing short of legendary. But what we admire most is not just the points you scored or the games you won, it's the heart you carried for Hagerstown to the world. You never forgot where you came from. You never forgot the good ground who raised you. This city watched you, rooted for you, celebrated you in every step of the way. And today, we're not just giving you the keys to the city. We're giving you a piece of our love, our pride, and our gratitude. You've been a light not only for Jonathan Street community, but for Hagerstown. You reminded the youth not to dream too big when it's grounded, to dream too big when it's grounded in faith, community, and resilience. You remind the youth not to be quiet, and I heard you speak about that today, to dream. And what you say, after you dream, wake up and put one step in front of another. We are Scotch strong. We are Scotch strong from the image that you carry, one of the pride, excellence, and humility. We are Scotch strong from the dedication you've shown on and off the court. Over the past several days, from the first time I posted the post that you were coming, the love and support has been ridiculous. I couldn't even dream of the support that has poured out from this city for you. Not just for the game, but for your journey, the journey from Georgia Tech, the journey from the courts of Wheaton Park to the NBA, the journey of a hometown hero. Sorry. That journey wasn't just about basketball. It was legacy, a legacy that tells every young person in Hagerstown it's possible. It's possible because someone believed in you, someone supported you, and that support came in all areas. It's important that we're reminded every day that somebody believed in our youth can be the spark that sets the future in motion. That someone seeing something in you as a little boy carried you forth. So today we honor you, Dennis Scott, known to the world as 3D. We recognize that 3D isn't just a nickname. It's a reflection of what you represent. 3D, dedication, determination, and depth. Dedication to your craft, determination through every chapter of your journey, and the depth of the heart it takes to stay connected to your roots. Today we are all Hagerstown proud. Today we came together. Thank you. Today we came together to celebrate you. And this, I'm gonna get emotional too, Keisha. And this, I promised myself, when I got into office, I would honor you because you are deserving of it. From Jonathan Street all the way. And people need to see and hear that this is good ground. So now I want to welcome up my fellow council members and mayor to honor you. Let's go.
First off, I want to say that I really admired what you had to say today at Boys and Girls Club. Well said, well spoken, and it really hit home with everybody. So I really appreciate that. I played local high school basketball too, about the same time you did. So I wandered over to St. James Invitational Tournament, and I said, "Who's this guy for Flint Hill?" I said, "Man," and then they told me that he's from Hagerstown, and I said, "Oh wow!" I'm gonna root for this guy. But I will tell you, I hope you don't hate me for this. But when you got to college, I had to root against you because I was a Maryland fan. Yeah. When you got to the NBA, I was a Boston Celtic fan. I was rooting against you. But in the back of my mind, you were from Hagerstown, and I was hoping you did good at all times. So. And I admired your play, and I watch you all the time. So, yep. Usually I'll do this, but Councilwoman Bell had this idea, and I would definitely love to turn it over to her to do the key to the city, if you don't mind.
Special recognition. Hagerstown Mayor and City Council recognizes Dennis Scott, Hagerstown native, former Georgia Tech and Orlando Magic basketball player, is being honored with the keys to the city Thursday, July 17th at the Hagerstown Fieldhouse.
This is still a learning curve for our new councilwoman, so bear with us. There you go. There you go. Congratulations.
Wow, am I supposed to say something?
Yes.
I am? Congratulations. Thank you, brother. Congratulations. Thank you, brother. I don't know what to say. I've never done this before. Psych. Erica, without you putting your first step forward and taking it to the board, we're not standing here today. So please give my cousin a hand. I think all my tears are out now, so now I can get to breaking this down, how happy I am. So the story I told earlier on why I went back to school to get my degree, then I have 2 degrees now, someone came up to me and said, "You did what?" I went back to school. So anyone over 50 years old, imagine going back to school. Georgia Tech, of all schools, to get 2 degrees. So I said, "Mom, guess what you did? You brought all of us together to celebrate, and I'm still alive." Erica, you brought all these people together because of your idea. Please give her some more love. Because we all go to events now, normally it's death. We all come together. This is truly a celebration that my mother challenged me to go back to school, and then her mother told me one of her first initiatives was to get me the key to the city. Are y'all paying attention now? Okay? Because Hagerstown, like I was telling the story earlier, remember Hagerstown 1978? You weren't here yet, right? I wasn't here yet. Okay, who remembers Hagerstown in 82? I was 4. So as you look at how Hagerstown has transformed, everybody over 50, remember, they said I wasn't going to make it.
Let's go. Woo. Woo.
He's not going to make it. Nobody makes it out of Hagerstown. Nobody makes it from Jonathan Street. No one never had. how do you understand the term hard work? How do you understand the term blind faith? I'm gonna say that again. This is Libby talking right now, for y'all to know Libby. This is all Libby talking. Blind faith. I said, Mom, what is blind faith? She said, you dreamed last night? I said, yes. That's your blind faith. But when you're young and you look to your right, you don't see a lot of success. You see a lot of hard work. You see people working 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 jobs, but they're still trying to figure out what success looks like. Well, I told them that I was going to get my mom and dad out of Hagerstown. I told them I was going to be successful. I told them I was going to go to college and play college basketball. And I told them I was going to make it to the NBA one day. They said, you're lying to yourself. The young lady I was talking to over at the Boys and Girls Club, she said, why are you here? Just as innocent as possible. It was the best question I got today. I said, because God told me to come give y'all a message that was given to me a long time ago. Hard work never lies. People do. I'm going to say it again. Hard work never lies. People do. So ask my 6'10" son right now, what do I tell him every day? Ask my 6-foot daughter playing volleyball, what I tell her every day. But guess what? Both of them are straight A students too. And I guess I got to give my better half because she does most of the work on that. So, thank you, Tori. So from Johnson Street to Susan's Alley to North Street, Suman's Avenue, Crumpy's Donuts, Mr. Lindsay's Slushies, Bunky's on the corner. Boy, go home. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to go back to Wheaton Park. So we all know the word temptation. Well, my temptation always took me back to Wheaton Park. I think it was Big Tommy had the house with all the dogs. His mom. Well, there go Din Din. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He's still shooting. Huh? My grandma Faustine lived right down two doors, right there. So I ran over there to get Kool-Aid. When I got tired, went right back to the park. I think my cousin Turquoise is here. So, cuz, last night I couldn't sleep. Guess where I was about 1 o'clock last night? And your son was at Wheaton Park last night. I can't make this up. I couldn't sleep. So I grabbed the keys, left them sleep, and I went riding around town. And I was crying like a newborn baby because I remember I used to do this as a kid, and everybody said, what the hell are you doing? Why is a 12-year-old kid walking the streets of Hagerstown tonight? I promise you, I'm ending up at Wheaton Park. At the end of the day, at the end of the night, who has a basketball that has air in it? I'm going to the park. I'm not bothering nobody. So as time wore on, there go Din Din. Why is that ball bouncing? Oh, that's just Din Din, leave him alone. So now to come back now, all these years later, and see some familiar faces, and it's overwhelming. I'm glad I can stand here now and gather myself. I think I've cried enough of just pure tears of joy. Amen. But guess what? Work's not done. So I'm back. I'm humbled. I'm appreciative. But for all you little kids over in the stands right now, it's time to pour into you. Because there's another din sitting over there.
Yes.
So it's up to us to find the next din, or young lady for that matter, to be the next special person. So you can stand here and say, you heard the words of encouragement, you've heard the words of reality, but if you don't put in the work, it's not going to come to light.
That's right.
I love everyone here. I appreciate everyone that showed up today. Pooh, you traveled from Houston. I see my old assistant coach, Russ Alexander, just drove in through the traffic. I mean, just so many of y'all that showed up today, and y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all came here to show me love. I promise you, the ones y'all know me really, really well, you know what I mean this. I love y'all to death. But guess what? We just getting started.
That's right.
Y'all created this building, and y'all think I ain't gonna come back and be in this building? And y'all know about Shooter's Paradise, we like to leave it. So I can see a lot of basketball camps and tournaments and AAU and just mentorship, moms and dads, uncles. Yes, I'm pointing to you guys too. Because you guys don't understand when the kids wake up in the morning, they're looking at you. They're looking for directions. They're looking for guidance. And I think you said the word earlier. They're looking to be poured into. Because I don't think I'd be standing here today if people like you, Shell, your brother, your mother, where's my Miss Dottie? Girl, you make me cry now. Because that's my grandmother's best friend, and my grandmother's not here. Dottie, how much I love you, girl. And last but not least, they used to call me Foots when I was a kid. And they asked me where I get this smile from. I get it from Dennis Eugene Scott Sr. I love you guys.
If I could have Delegate Schindler come up, please.
Mr. Scott, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for not forgetting us. Thank you for being an inspiration for our youth. And on the behalf of the state of Maryland and the city of Hagerstown, I wanted to present you a state proclamation receiving the key to the city and thanking you for being an inspiration to our youth and demonstrating what can come from hard work and dedication. Thank you very much.